Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's Brian and Jim here with Drink a Beer and Play a Game, and welcome to another episode of the Power Hour Podcast.
Yes, hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 313. Thank you for joining us tonight. Speaking of joining, we are not together because Jimmy was a very busy boy tonight, and he's just like, Audible, let's just do it remote and make it easier so I'm not out until like infinite hours and all that bull crap. So, hello! It's like the old days.
Jim, but I can't hit you now. It feels like there's a void.
Yes. How terrible. How terrible for all indeed. Jim,
this was like, we've moved on to other bases and we're going back to hand jobs now. It's not as fun.
Bryce, sometimes it's good to visit an old friend. Sometimes a nice old fashioned. Sometimes a nice old fashioned can, it's a little pick me up, right?
No. I'm just gonna say no. You know what, Jim? No. You're wrong. And you're wrong. Period.
Nah.
You should be used to that. How's it going, Jim?
How dare you, sir? It is going. Just been a busy boy getting the house together for yet another trip coming up soon, so more memories to be made. But what do you call it? Actually just super goddamn busy. Like, had a day with the band where we spent 8 hours putting down drum tracks for songs and went out on our buddy's boat, was out there for that. So long story short, I've had barely any goddamn time to myself and almost even less time to game. So we can just jump right into that, Brian, because gaming wise, I'm finally starting to get some of the footage recorded for X-Men. It's going.
Okay.
Haven't beaten it yet. I'm actually worse than I was when I was hardcore playing it, so I got to get my sea legs back. So, it's a process. But at least we're starting to process, and at least there's a level skip code, because I had these delusions of grandeur of just playing through it fully, beating it the right way, doing it like a good little Jimmy, but fuck that. I'm done. I gave. I wasted too much time with that. So the footage will be coming soon. Review will finally be getting around to that. And, besides that, one night of StarCraft, maybe. So through my second little passion project, Jim StarCraft Struggles, comment, subscribe, I had someone reach out and be like, dude, just let me just sit and train you. It's a Master League player. He's like, just let me have a session with you. So I logged in on Discord, did a voice call, and got me a little coaching in. So I think my build order is going to be a little less terrible than it is now. I just got to beat into my head and stop fucking up left and right. Stop being ungodly slow. And maybe I'll finally be a gold leaguer, which is absolutely nothing.
Kind of disappointing, Jim. You're basically taking steroids. Right. You're not doing it the natty way.
Right. All the greatest performers of all time have all had help. All right? Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, Hulk Hogan, the Tink Tink guy who killed his girlfriend runner, Lance Armstrong, all of them. They all took roids.
God damn it, Jim.
Poor little Tink Tink.
Well, maybe you'll finally start getting non-busy once school starts and you can get back to gaming, because really, how many games do you have left in your resolution? That's the real question.
God, that's a crapshoot.
Have you abandoned that already?
No, I'll get back to it. I'm still in the middle of one of them with Prince of Persia. So maybe when actually I'm bringing my Switch with me when I go away. So that'll actually be a decent time to sit down and get some gaming in. The family will be busy doing stuff, and God knows what, but I always seem to get some decent gaming in. Last year, I was the height of my Slay the Spire freaking craziness, and I played a shitload of that down to shore. So maybe I'll be able to finally bang out this game and get myself back on the saddle.
Okay. I'm even I've been staying pretty much true to trying to get it done, but I still have 4 left after I finish Ocarina of Time, which has been, I will say, this past week's been slower than previous weeks that I've talked about. So I think last I mentioned to you, I was in the Spirit Temple.
We're in Trump's America. You say we're more in a more retarded week than last week.
God damn it, Jim. And I think I mentioned I was in Spirit Temple adult version as Link. So I actually beat the twin Rova witches. Once again, not a hard boss, just I kept missing, like, when you have to reflect the opposite power to the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I kept on, like, just missing because I hate that fucking analog stick. But I finally got it. Once again, easy boss. I only got hit, like, twice, if that. And, yeah, I've already started my trek in Ganon's castle, and I literally just basically got to the main entrance where now you have to go through, I guess, like 6 mini dungeons to unlock all, like, the 6 locks or whatever. So I don't
Something
know how
like that.
long that's
It's been
gonna,
a while.
Yeah, I don't know how long. Damn it! I'm hoping it's an hour, 2 hours to get through Ganon's castle. Maybe.
I mean, it's not super long, but just your first time through, you're gonna have to, all the trial and error bullshit with all the different traps and puzzles and all that bullcrap. So, have fun, Bri.
Yeah. Yeah, I avoided doing, I was like trying to figure out, like, is there anything else I should do before I went there? And one of the guides was like, oh, you could do the Gerudo training grounds. And then I was like, oh, that's like 6 other mini dungeons or 9 or something. I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't need ice arrows that bad. I was like, so not doing that.
But, Bri, it'll make your
Obviously,
life slightly easier. Experience the full game, Bri. Enjoy it. Savor it.
I'm enjoying it enough, but I'm ready to be done with it.
Savor.
Like, I am enjoying it, but it's I'm ready to be done, Jim. I'm ready to move on. I suggest, is Blasphemous 2 on your list this year?
No, because I didn't even know it was going to be out this year.
Okay, so if I know you love the first one,
yeah,
it's 50% off on Xbox, so you can get it for like $14 if you. I just bought it tonight, so I don't know how long it's on sale for, but I was like, all right, buying it because that's on my list this year. Speaking of games, so I've been doing my DBD, still on that bullshit, but my son, just. Dad, I found out what the new Battle Pass is going to be. And he showed me the same trailer, and it's Power Rangers. And just like you said in your tweet, the fucking... they know how to get you, man. They know how to just pull in every license. And I told him, I was looking through his, like, Battle Pass, because he had the money, like, saved up from other Battle Passes, because you can accrue it.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, this Battle Pass looks pretty dumb. And then I got to the end, and there's a Green Ranger and a White Ranger. I said... you should probably get this Battle Pass. Like, let's work to unlock that shit. I was like, I told him, I was like, I'll even help you. I was like, yeah, they know how to do it. I don't know yet if they haven't released, or at least I didn't see a thing of like the actual Power Rangers, but I'm sure there'll be something where they have the actual music playing because they've been able to license even fucking like Halloween. So yeah, good on Fortnite. Just keep pulling in. Is there anything they haven't... I guess they technically did get Disney because they have Jack Skellington and they have Star Wars. Like, yeah, I don't know what they haven't really touched. Halo is in there too. So, yeah, good on them, Jim.
Have they done religion yet? Can you do like Allah, Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad? I think that's the pack
Jim.
next.
No, I don't. You know what? Actually, what would be great?
Bri, I have to dab on Muhammad. Bri,
damn it, Jim.
I revenge for 9/11. I have to dab.
Damn it. So yeah, gaming wise, I'm trying to, like you, this weekend. Tomorrow, taking the kiddos something. Saturday, going to Wildwood for the day. May actually be running into you. And I'm hoping Sunday I can get some finish off the ocarina. I'm hoping.
It's funny when you were bringing up like the resolution games because I was kicking ass in the first part of the year. Like I think I had 4 games done already by like March, and then
got them done early.
Yeah, and then I got this new computer put together for the sake of like banging out new videos. Better video quality, easier for the podcast, having games that I can play and record in higher quality. And then I discovered StarCraft again, and my life fell apart. I didn't see that happening. It's just things
you
happen.
Had a huge... Jim, you are like the perfect test subject for someone who shouldn't get new technology. Like, before we forced you to get a decent phone, like, you had more to do, and then you got a phone and life went away. I showed you that Marvel card game. Your life went away for a while. You got in a Balatro and Slay Spire. Your life goes away. Pokemon Go, Clash of the... Like, you are a terrible... Like,
I still play those games, by the way.
If you need to test, like, addiction, you are a perfect candidate for that shit.
Some people have fentanyl. Some people have, new tech. That's all. Things happen. You know what I am? I'm fucking James Woods and Family Guy. I'm just like, ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Yeah.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Mm-hmm.
And I just keep going. There's just always more candy, Bri.
It's funny. I said my next game, I'm definitely going to do Hellblade Senua 2 because that's like maybe tops a 10-hour game. And I'm like, that's perfect time frame. Blasphemous 2, I believe I read it could be like 15, 16 hours. So another one I'm like, doable. I already bought Black Myth Wukong, and then I'll have God of War 2, which I have that already. And I know both of them are beasts, but I feel like I can be more dedicated in those games than Ocarina. Because Ocarina I have on my N64 in my bedroom, and like I try not to play if Monica's asleep, so at least my PS5 is down in my room.
Don't you have my video game in your fuck room? What the hell are you doing?
Jim.
What
Every
the
room's a fuck room. Jim, you know the seat you sat in?
Is that why it's so goddamn low?
Remember the bed I broke? I'm just saying.
Oh, I remember that bed.
Those books are heavy.
Right. I mean, you have to tell that story now. Welcome to Brian's mini crusty corner.
Yeah, well, I guess I can tell two stories. So, in college, for sophomore, junior, pre-junior, I don't even know what year it was.
We just for everyone out there knows, we went to a 5-year college, so we had a pre-junior year. They called it the third year. Go on.
So, I was a commuter in college and lived at home. I had a girlfriend over. You can imagine what a boyfriend and girlfriend do in the bed.
What?
Mate. We didn't play Magic, Jim.
What?
And, I broke the steel frame of, the standard, I don't even know what you call it, but,
Just a usual bog standard shitty steel bed frame.
Box, yeah.
The one that everyone
frame
grows up with that they have handed down from like 1974.
Which is supposed to last forever. I can be a bit rough. I'll just say that. And it collapsed on one whole end. And I remember the next day, my dad was like, "The fuck?" He's like, "I heard this big bang." He's like, "What the fuck what happened?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, like from college, I had all my books on the end, and I jumped on the bed and it snapped it with the weight of all of it." And he went, "Uh-huh." He wasn't buying it, Jim. Let's put it that way. But we had to fix it, and I broke a frame I didn't think I could break. But similarly, at the apartment you stayed at, I did get your roommate, our buddy Chris, and he said, "Don't use my bed for anything."
I forgot about this one. I was wondering where you were going with the second story.
And he comes back from wherever he was, and he takes a picture. He said, "Why is there like holes in the wall, like where the bed frame was? It be hitting something." I was like, "I don't know." He did some very quick deductive reasoning.
Didn't he also have those like rubber footers to like make the bed frame taller, and like one of them was like off or something like that?
It might have shifted.
Son of a bitch.
I as I said, we all have our cross to bear, Jim. As I'm rewatching Departed again, heavy lies the crown.
Don't you fucking dare.
So, Jim, what are you drinking tonight?
Well, I decided to switch it up a bit, and since I actually might be off, I'm actually going to be off tomorrow, I'm like, maybe treat myself. So, we know our buddies from the Southern Tier Brewing Company. They've been a stalwart on this channel since almost day one. Mm-hmm. Made our first favorite pumpkin beer, all that good stuff. Brian, are you aware that they have a distilling portion as well?
No, not at all.
So, from the Southern Tier Distilling Company, I am trying their Vodka Citrus. So, this is it's a little vodka drink in here. It is a craft cocktail, as they call it. It has pomelo, blood orange, lime, and rosemary. 8% alcohol. And it is goddamn fucking smooth. Holy crap, is it good.
Okay.
And this is one of the ones where if you have like 2 of them to start the night, you're feeling pretty good pretty fast.
Well, not to outshine you, Chambers, but some go for the vodka. I'll call that drink the Silver Leagues. Some go for the Golden League with Golden Monkey.
You son of a bitch. Don't you fucking throw my fucking league at me in StarCraft. Son of a bitch.
So, 9.5%. This is the beer we've talked about plenty of times on this podcast.
Talked about last week.
Delicious. Yep. Jim was not willing to have it last week. He needed to
I had to drive home.
Wow. Like, do we need to retell all your stories of how you drove in the past?
I'm pushing 40 now. That's behind me. It was another life.
You're basically 40 at this point. Who are you kidding, Jim?
I'm basically 70 at this point. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
But similar to you, I mean, I'm always off Fridays, but tomorrow the wife is off too. We're going to be taking kids to things, but it's not going to be until later in the day. So I'm like, you know what? I have my Golden Monkey variety pack. I doubt I want to go through all 4 of them because they're all different flavors, all different styles of beer. But I love this stuff, man. It is just, every time I have it, I'm like, fuck, man. Like, this is how beer should be made. But 9.5%, I'm going to be feeling it. And I don't know if they're all 9% I'll have to see as I go through them. But the original, the classic, if you ever need to dip your toes into a stronger beer, do it the PA way. Start with one of these bad boys. This will really open you up to those Belgian triples.
Yeah, it's weird because it also has like a shockingly smooth flavor too for how goddamn strong it is. So, like, even early on in our craft days, I remember, like, I'd said it last week, how I had a Hop Devil first, and I freaking hated it. And that's only, like, what, 6.8, I think, on the ABV?
Yeah,
like, it's not even
low.
super high. But, yeah, but then I had a Golden Monkey, and I was like, oh, my God, this is so freaking smooth and drinkable. And I looked, and I was like, 10%? What? So, I think, like, even back in the day, they were even stronger than they are now. Like most things. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, if you want to get you a nice buzz started, and it also, like, doesn't give you that, like, headache that, like, having to, say, Merry Monks will give you.
Yeah, no, that's actually a good point. Oh, Merry Monks. Dude, I think I only had that Christmas time.
Yeah, if you want a triple, that'll fuck your day up. You can give you some Merry Monks, but if you have more than 2, your head is going to be pounding. I don't know what the hell they throw in that.
Speaking of fucking your day up, you've been to the Reading Terminal Market, right?
I'll say, Bri, is it the 5 shits I took today? I learned last night that beer and ice cream doesn't mix the next day. That's what I learned.
God damn it, Jim. We've established you've literally had a Monster Energy drink. And you're like, uh-oh, got boop. Like, your ability to fuck up your stomach doesn't take much. Let's be honest. It's a sensitive machine.
Or it's, right, it works in overdrive, all right? You know what? It's too.
What are you, Matt Damon? Yeah, it's
overtime.
Working overtime. I know you're one of the few people I think that is like obsessed with getting Reubens when you go places.
Love me a Reuben.
And in the Reading Terminal Market, there's a place we go to. Like, we go there probably once every couple weeks. But I go to this one place, Herschel's. It's like a Jewish deli there. And they have,
Herschel's,
by far... Damn it. And they have... Could have been Herschel Walker, Jim. How do you know it was Jewish? Come on.
How do you know he's not Jewish? Huh?
You tell me.
You tell me.
And, yeah, they have, like, basically Reubens or Rachel's. Do you know what a Rachel is?
Oh, what the fuck? So instead of corned beef, that's the... It's the other one. I can't fucking think of it right now.
Yes. Well, no. So it's instead of sauerkraut.
It's sauerkraut and corned beef. The other one's like pastrami and coleslaw, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So, but at this place, you can choose between corned beef, brisket, or pastrami. All 3 are amazing. Their pastrami is... It's one of these sandwiches that have so much meat in them, and it's like, it's going to be a mess. I do the Rachel because I don't want it like soggy and warm from the sauerkraut, but it's like that and a drink, it's like $20. So it's expensive, but it is so good. But when you talked about being fucked up, that and the Amish donuts, Beeler's best donuts ever, having some of that, whoo, my stomach is it's gonna be interesting tomorrow, Jim. That's all I'm gonna say.
You get that sin out of you tomorrow. Don't you fucking save that for Saturday, you son of a bitch.
I'm saving it for me and you will go on a ride, and I'll be like, hey, Jim, guess what? I'm going to hit you with a leaper like you never expected.
You're on a goddamn great white, fucking old school, bumpy ass wooden roller coaster. Not only does
That's
my neck
right.
hurt, now he's just like shooting cannons off over here. Can't even control it on that damn thing.
But, Chambers, I am happy to hear you're finally getting your shit together. Let's hope it happens before you have another surge or whatever the fuck.
Shut up.
You're getting that done, so that way we can finally wrap up X-Men and then move on to Max Payne from our awesome Patreon requests. So what questions do we have this week?
Probably don't have any questions this week.
Damn it, Chip. I'm like, why is he sitting there silent?
Hey, ooh. Yes, but if you want to get questions into us, head on over to Patreon at patreon.com/DrinkABeerandPlayAGame, where for as little as $2 a month, you can ask a question that we will answer on each and every single one of these Power Hour podcasts. We have other tiers. We have bonus material. Swear to God, we're going to get to the bonus episodes. This summer has just been a nightmare. So, actually, Brian, funny you mentioned my computer problems from before. So my computer used to do this weird thing where, it's a big airflow fucking tower, stuff like that. And both sides you can, push in to lock it in. One of those you push in, pops it out kind of deal. Mm-hmm. And the one side would always pop out, like every time I'd be using it. And I'm like, is this thing fucking fucked up or something? But I've noticed since I've gotten it fixed and that I have my temperature problems fixed, the side doesn't pop out anymore. So I'm thinking that there must have been so much goddamn pressure building up from the heat that was inside there that the case was literally like blowing itself up to try and save itself.
Yeah. Jim, as someone who graduated, maybe falsely, with a mechanical engineering degree, you should recognize that that was basically a pressure relief valve and that you just kept pushing it back in and you never, you know what? That's why you did so bad in fluid mechanics. It wasn't because we changed the answer on your homework that one time. It's because you didn't pay attention, Jim.
Oh, I know full well I didn't apply myself. We don't have to, make ifs, ands, or buts about that. Happy 21st anniversary of us going there. But fucking, yeah, feel old, don't you? Huh? You like that, don't you, bitch? But, right, to answer your point about it, relieving itself, it looks better closed, so it had to be closed. Duh.
I love that mentality. That'd be like if you're like driving, you're like, my hood keeps popping up, but I don't know what's going on. I just need to keep shutting it every time.
Eventually it'll stay shut. It'll be fine. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah,
yes, to Jim's point, thank you guys. Get your questions in. We truly appreciate it. And once again, feel free, double up if you want on your questions. We always like hearing because you guys throw us some really interesting stuff. So Thank you for the support, guys.
Yep. And speaking of support, head on over to Skillshare.com where you can learn any kind of skill out there. You can learn some history. You can learn a craft. You can learn about fluid and heat and computers and stuff like that. Not going to use that. But you can do that by using our code DBPG30 where you will get 30% off a year of one class. And also, if you say you have a computer and you fucking fry it, which is the thing that you've been mainly computing and gaming on, you can always go back to good old retro. And where else better than theghettogamer.net, run by our good buddy Longy Long, who could actually use a little bit of help right now. He recently lost his job. So why don't you help the good man out? He's a former guest of the show, buddy, friend of the show. Use our code DBPG. Get yourself a nice discount on your first order. If you like NES games, Super NES games, consoles, plugs, power supplies, all that good stuff, controllers, head on over there. He's got a great selection at reasonable prices.
Yeah, no, make sure to support them, help them out if you can, and both sites are great. We mentioned before Skillshare. It's never too late to learn something new. Jim has a lot that he still has to learn in this life.
I'm perfect. I've learned everything I need to know ever.
And that, my friends, is called delusion. So make sure, check it out so you don't end up like Jim. And support yourself and help support us. We appreciate it.
Right. Speaking of knowing things and learning some history, Sometimes you need to go to Skillshare to get some history, or sometimes the history comes to you. And that comes to us in this week's comment of the week, and it concerns one internet legend himself, Darkside Phil. So, DSP is known for his detractor community, which is people who have been trolling him since basically the dawn of time. He's probably the second most trolled guy on the internet next to Chris Chan. And randomly on our Kid Chameleon review, Bri, Timothy Colhane had to remind us, Philip Brunel jagged off on stream May 1st, 2016. And I went, I don't know where it came from. I have no idea why, but I'm glad. I'm glad I have this for posterity, Brian. And now it's a date you'll never forget. Oh. I remember where I was when that happened,
Jim,
Brian.
Jim, I'm just going to say that is your influence and your demographic that would bring that to that random ass video of all the things.
I mean, if you think about it, though, it's really your fault because you picked Kid Chameleon, that dog shit game. So if you never did
That's a great game.
We wouldn't have our cup of coffee with the detractors, Brian. So really, thank you.
I mean, that basically is a Genesis staple. When you think Genesis and you think games, people think Kid Chameleon, Jim.
Unfortunately.
I mean, that system's not the greatest. We've established this.
Don't.
It's lost every time.
Don't you fucking dare. Just because most people on the internet like their little gay-ass Japanese RPG games, man, I'm a teenager saving the world. Like, oh, God, let's do this 1,000 times. It's a different game every time. Oh, boy. But, enjoy that. Enjoy your walking simulators with one button. It's great.
You can enjoy Kid Chameleon.
I won't. I fucking won't.
That and your sports games. That's all Genesis has.
I love me some sports games because they're actual games, unlike JRPGs.
I hate that comment. I hate you even more, Jim.
It's true. And if you hate me, make sure to tell me with a comment over on YouTube, over on Facebook, over on Twitter, over on Instagram, or anywhere you find this podcast, whether it's YouTube, Apple, or Podbean.
Thank you, guys. Keep commenting, and we're going to find better ones than what Jim finds. You son of a bitch.
Right. That is history. How dare you, sir? And I'm going to go grab another beer real quick.
Me too. All right, Chambers. So, are you sticking with those seltzers, or are you moving on to something else?
Bri, it was a craft cocktail and not a seltzer. Don't you dare.
It's basically a seltzer. It's vodka with fizzy stuff. It's a seltzer.
It's not seltzery at all. There's no seltzer in it.
So what else is in it other than vodka again? Is it carbonated?
It was carbonated. It was a little flattish.
Seltzer?
It was not seltzer. It was made with...
What is it made with, Jim?
Moving on.
Jim, what the fuck was it made with?
It might be made with vodka and soda water.
You know what's another word for soda water, Jim?
Oh no, is it Aperlo? April? Whatever. Is Brian, does it go into Miller High Life and does it come out and make spaghetti? The new cheap man's cocktail, the new taking over the nation, as they say.
Jim, every year I do love. I guess it's just call it the culture. I hate being that guy that calls things that, but like you know how everyone's like, this is the song of the summer, movie of the summer. Now there's like drinks of the summer. I didn't realize that was a whole fucking thing, but as this article points out from Business Insider, Emily Stewart, the author, mentions that for the fancy in 2025 was the year of the Hugo Spritz. I don't know what the fuck a Hugo Spritz is. It's a cocktail that it's rosé and splashes of juice. I don't know. Some fancy fucking drink. But to Jim's point, there is a offshoot of this. And as Jim called, I don't know why it's called the spaghetti. But
so it's Aperol and Miller High Life.
Yeah. Or it could be another type of beer, but as this article calls out, the specific NASCAR spritz, is Miller High Life, that, and maybe a splash of lemon, Jim.
But
a
not
little
required.
bit of lemon juice in there.
Or
not
lime.
Required. When I read this article, and had I known you were going to push the time a little bit later, I actually intended to go out and try to find these things, but I'll be honest, I've never heard of April, whatever the fuck it is. I looked it up. It's just like
Is it like a schnapps
It's
almost?
like a limoncello. It's an aperitif. It's a Italian aperitif, like kind of just Italian.
Bullshit.
Yeah, like it's a sweet thing.
Liqueur. A sweet liqueur kind of deal.
Yeah. So we have to try it, right, Jim?
It
And
actually
this
looks
brings me
delicious. I want to try it so much.
This brings me to, we need to find other offshoots of this kind of shit and do some blind taste testing, because those are always fun. We've done it with some terrible drinks. We've done it with some macro beers, but I think we should do it with some actual good shit and try it out.
So, yes, apparently spaghettis are the orders for them off Square, which kind of takes, it aggregates info from payment platforms. That it's commonly used in like bars and restaurants and shit like that. So the first half of 2025 orders are up 65% from last year, and since 2022 they're up by over 1,000%, which is amazing because it's my first time hearing about it. Thanks to JD Mains in the Discord for giving us this article. But apparently it could also be a bit of a recession indicator because, let's face it, it's a fucking cheap cocktail you can make. So the article goes in to say how a lot of the bars, like, they don't even know how to price this drink when they have it on their menu. Some bars are just like, we'll add like another $1 or $2 to the price of a High Life. Or some will be a little, real little bastards and charge like double the price of a High Life for it. When really it's, just a shot of this spritz. So you can get the bottle of the Aperol for like $15, and you can get like a 6-pack of fucking High Life for what, $12 probably. And for, under $30, you can have you a hell of a night.
Jim, I'm mad at myself that I looked this up, but I feel like it's something we might need to commit to. If you read a little bit deeper into the article, it mentions the spaghetticle, which is a push pop version that Miller High Life released of the dive bar spritz. And you can order those on Goldbelly. I don't know if you ever used Goldbelly or looked into it, but it's an interesting service where you can order food from all across the country, and usually it's like highest rated. So like if people are ordering from Philly, they're going to order from like high-end cheesesteak places. Chicago, you can get legit deep dish pizza, like stuff like that. I've gotten pies from there before, but they have a 6-pack. The price I don't love. It's $80. For a 6-pack of these spaghetticles, but goddamn, I kind of want to try it, Jim.
You can make my own spaghetticle for fucking $30.
I don't trust you even making a bowl of cereal, you motherfucker, because you would mess something up.
I would set it on fire.
But Jim, I feel like we gotta try spaghetticle.
I
don't know if there's anywhere else we can actually get it, but we gotta try it.
Right. This probably won't come as a shock to you. I actually don't look like push pops or popsicles or stuff like that for the most part.
You don't like anything good. Of course you don't. You'd be like the guy that's like, I only like black licorice. Meh, 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 meh.
I didn't like that until I was old.
You good and plenty, which usually ranks as the lowest on everybody's. You're probably like, it's not too bad.
It's not.
Don't.
It's not. I'm a defender. It's good.
Of course
it's
you are.
I'm eating good.
Oh my God. So, yes.
Look, it's not my first pick off a shelf, but when it pops up into Halloween candy, I go, I'll eat this.
It's because that's the only one left that nobody wanted. You just got the leftovers, and you're like, I'll take it.
Look, part of dad life is picking up the scraps, all right? So I'm doing my part, goddammit.
Well, I found that this April stuff you can get for like $36 at most liquor stores, maybe $30. Minimum, we're going to make these, the drinks. I still want to try the spaghetticles, but Mr. I don't like anything fun.
You can have your own guy. You can be Mr. Happy Pants with your fucking push pops, all right? Too messy, too much work, too much hassle, too much waiting.
Too much you push. What weight is there? That doesn't make sense, Jim.
It's too much work.
God damn it. Says the guy that will grind on goddamn Slay the Spire over 15 fucking levels and be like, but a push pop, that's too far.
It's too much work. Too much work for too little payoff
right now.
Right. It's like it's like the seafood of fucking, like, cold refreshment. Like, it's just, it's a lot of work and you don't get a ton out of it. It's a little sprinkling on your tongue. Like, oh boy, wonderful.
Jim?
Got to make your own saliva. It doesn't even cool you down that much. It's kind of useless when you think about it.
Jim, with that kind of mentality, this negative ass mentality, you might as well work for Nintendo.
I'm a happy boy. I'm a good boy.
You just like to fuck people out of fun, just like your boys at Nintendo.
I am full of spite. You might be right here, but Brian, the Nintendo tax has been a long debated thing in the gaming community. Some people say it doesn't happen. Some people say you're just being crazy and a hater, and some people say, well, Breath of the Wild is still a $70 or $60 game on the Nintendo Switch. What the fuck are you talking about? But, Bri, it'll relieve you to know that the price of hardware for the original Switch, finally, after all these years, the price is going up. Much like every other console in the history of time that's almost 10 years past its release, the price for base Switch consoles, Switch OLEDs, and Switch Lites are all increasing. This comes to us from Mario 64 about the price increases at Target, where Switch OLEDs are now $400 from $350. Non-OLEDs are $340, up from $300. Switch Lites are now $230, up from $200. The Alarmo, everyone's favorite piece of Nintendo hardware, the little alarm clock that could, a must for everyone, especially the fuck-havers, went from $100 to $110. And, of course, a set of two Joy-Con controllers, a set of Joy-Con 2 controllers is now going from $95 to $100.
I really wanted this to not be true. And as soon as you scroll down, Wario says, it looks like Target reverted these prices back to original. But I'm looking at Target right now, and all those increases are still there. So I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh.
This is now 6 days old.
So maybe they got it, they reverted it, and then they're like, oh, wait, we actually are doing this. Okay. Because maybe even Target looked at it and went, no, this can't be right. This shit's all old. There's no way it's more expensive.
At what point you can love what Nintendo makes. You can think they make the best quality shit. But at what point do people stop dick riding and just call out some greedy ass behavior?
I mean,
seriously.
I don't think I saw a single person defending it. Maybe if you scroll down long enough, you'll find some. I can't trust a blue check mark that's defending it because that's just engagement bait for dollars. Mm-hmm. So you need a non-blue check mark account and be like, oh, you actually do think this way. But I don't think those exist.
I guess that's a good point.
It's impossible.
I mean,
it's impossible.
What? I'm. This really makes me want pirates to go harder in the paint and fuck over Nintendo. This is where, when you talked last year, or was it the year before, about Metroid Dread and some people leaked it, and I was kind of like, wah, because Nintendo doesn't make enough money. This is where I kind of want all their shit to get leaked somehow and emulate it. When you keep pulling bullshit after bullshit, there's a point where I go, yeah, no, Nintendo, you make all the money. You literally you refuse to lower prices on your old ass games. Fine, but now you're raising the prices on your old systems? What the fuck? So, yeah. It's more the fans' fault than Nintendo, to be honest. They piss me off more than anybody because they're the ones who keep buying this shit.
Look, I can't argue against the FOMO of something new and wanting the new thing. That's a thing, sure. But how the fucking anyone out there, I challenge anyone to justify these pricing. And it's not like they're the biggest increases in the world, but these are 9-year-old consoles. How in the hell are you raising the price on something that isn't worth that anymore? It's not even the current gen system. It's fucking insane. If you raised the price of a Switch 2 or a PS5 or shit like that, people would bitch and people would be pissed, and still, justifiably so. But
yeah,
and they could do their bullshit. Oh, the tariffs, blah 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 blah. And even though that might have a slight thing to do with it, tariffs ain't hitting a fucking Switch, all right? Like, you're not making new Switches. You're not making new Switch lights and OLEDs. They probably just have an insane backlog of stock. Why in the hell are they just not dumping these things? What the ever-living fuck?
Yeah, I truly don't. There's zero good reason for this, and I'm just. I don't know why I still remain shocked when Nintendo pulls some scumbag shit like this, but they do. And what I hate about it is they are trendsetters for Sony and Xbox. And just like we saw with game pricing, people saw what the Switch 2 was willing to, and everyone's like, yep, that's what we're going to do for all games now. And now I don't know if you'll see PS5s or 4s going retroactively, but I don't think they'd be that ballsy to do that, to increase the price. But it's just like, dude, what the fuck?
Oh man, I never owned a PS4. It's a hole in my collection, Bryce. So now I can spend $500 to go get one. It's perfect.
You didn't have a PS4?
Nah, I never did back in the day.
What'd you get? Just a straight one?
Just my Xbone and my Switch. So I had that generation.
And then you swapped to a PS5.
Yeah.
God damn it, Jim.
Because it's backwards compatible, so I could catch up on PS4 games. Smart, Brian.
Jim, just be a man and buy everything. What are you doing? You're an adult with a disposable income. Come on. You got to spend it on computers that break on you.
That's where the money was disposed, Brian. And now I have no disposable income. It's been disposed. It's been accounted for.
Well, Jim, let's keep this Nintendo shit train rolling, because this isn't where it ends with them and their bullshit. What else are they starting to fuck over in the world of gaming, Jim?
So, Brian, there is, of course, a very famous niche in the world of gaming known as speedrunning, where the top artists of the world come together to try to glitch through the games to set records unthought of by any man possible. And there is There's a group in Japan which is known as RTA, the largest video game speedrunning community in the country, and they have confirmed that no first-party Nintendo games will be featured at their upcoming August event. And you would think, but why? Nintendo's a Japanese-based company. They've made their bones in all these speedrunning events. Some of the most famous videos out there of speedrunning are like Super Mario 64, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, stuff like that. And you would think, what? But in June, they revealed the games that would appear during the summer 2025 live-stream speedrunning event, and immediately fans and media noticed the lack of any first-party titles. It was odd. And basically, they came out and put an official statement where they said that RTA confirmed on June 13th that it received direct communication from Nintendo informing them that because RTA is a now legal entity, quote-unquote, it would have to ask for permission in advance to feature any Nintendo games at any of their events. And they also said that its previous usage of Nintendo games during the past streams was considered unauthorized. The problem seems to be that in 2020, RTA officially became a non-profit, generally incorporated or association. So, what does that mean there? So, at this event at RTA, no Nintendo games will be featured, and in the future, they will have to pay a licensing fee, basically, to use Nintendo games at these speedrunning events. Brian, if there's one thing Nintendo knows, it's how to reach out to the gaming community. They're great at it. Back when they would demonetize people on YouTube, back when they shut down any kind of fan project, licensing out for, random niche events that just brings more attention to them. They're good at what they do, Brian.
I mean, honestly, to be that blind, ignorant, or just straight up dicks to your community, like, what does a speed running event of N64 games, how does that hurt you in the least?
Brian, it's not like people, who don't want to go out and buy an N64 and a copy of Super Mario 64, which, well, actually the speedrunners are like, they're the pretty top tier autisms, so they would go out and do that. But it's not like you couldn't give them a little gateway drug and, had this event go on. Maybe people would sign up for Nintendo Switch expansion and get these games on Nintendo Switch Online and maybe get some more profit out of it. Maybe a reason for people who wouldn't have bought a Switch to maybe buy a Switch just to have that. So, I don't know. Who am I? I'm just a dick. But Apparently, Nintendo goes, no, Dishonor. You can't do that. You got to pay us.
I remember they shut down a go-kart place because they were trying to make it like Mario Kart in real life.
Yep.
You pointed out the YouTube thing. Here's the deal. So all those like Smash Bros events, do you think they get licenses for that shit too?
I mean, it's something I never thought about before, but maybe I guess they have to now. Like all the different Smash tournaments and Evo. I mean, I'm even wondering if like Smashadelphia that happens at Too Many Games, if that has to be licensed. Well, maybe it's because like if it gets like broadcast over the internet or not, maybe that would depend on it. Because I mean, if it's like a local thing that isn't being broadcast, no harm, no foul, I guess. But I guess if it's being broadcast and they're monetizing the broadcast and shit like that, then maybe, I guess.
This is where I'm actually two of my friends who are lawyers.
Something I never thought about before. Yeah.
Yeah, like I really want to ask, at what point is, even if you're using a game to stream an event, if you purchase the game, how is that not a form of fair use? Like, you're not making money. Like, you're not allowing. I don't know how this RTA event works. My assumption is they're like, hey, come out and watch our guys try a speed run. So it's not even like you're giving free access to everyone to play it. I'm trying to think like legally, like how could they be like, no, fuck you, Nintendo. Like I'm not charging people to come play your game. I'm just having them come to an event and watch this. Like, I wonder where the balance is, you know, like, cause then it's like, hey Jim, you don't own Smash Brothers. I do. Come over my house and play. Do I need to ask Nintendo permission for that? Like, at what point do you cross the boundary? It's something with making money on the event. And I don't know the specifics, but that's why I'm curious. Like, at what point could someone be like, yeah, no, fuck off?
See, the fair use thing, that's a good question because normally, like, that's based around how transformative your content is. So, like, if you're doing, say, a commentary over something, or if you're making a video about it, or if you're doing, like, some kind of mod or something like that, like, even, like, Let's Plays, for the most part, I guess, are kind of borderline because, you know, you probably have to do a lot of talking during it to be considered fair use. Or else you're just, you know, throwing up, you know, a lot of Let's Play channels that just put up gameplay with no talking. You could probably be like, you know, they're just showing a video game. Like, that could be borderline. And maybe a speedrunning event like this might be along the line. Like, maybe an instructional video on how to speedrun isn't, but a just straight up speedrun might not be. So it seems like a gray area. I'm no lawyer, so I don't know my ass from a hole in the ground when it comes to that, but to me, it seems like it's not exactly cut and dry when it maybe comes to straight up speed running. But then again, if you have like an announcer the whole time who's like, oh, he's going for the Super Wazzle and like, you know, the classic move. Like if he's explaining what the guy's doing the whole time, maybe that's a fucking thing then too. Maybe the announcing of the game could make it fair use, but if it's just a gameplay, it's not. I don't know.
I want companies to start pushing back on Nintendo and saying fuck off, and I want pirates out there start pirating more shit on Nintendo. Sometimes you gotta corrupt them, Jim. That's all I'm gonna say. Sometimes the steel bed frame needs a break. That's all I'm gonna say. You gotta do it.
And for any Nintendo lawyers watching, Brian does not represent me.
You're right. But Jim has all your shit illegally.
I think it's pretty fucking obvious that I goddamn don't.
He stole those.
Yeah. Don't take my guns and my games. It's my life.
They're actually all Meg carts. Break all of his switches.
Shut up. Shut up, Nutface.
Damn it. Don't call me Nutface.
Shut up, Nutface.
So, Chambers, let's move away from Nintendo and their shady bullshit to
Sony's shady bullshit.
Yeah, I don't even know if this is... Did you know that Sony bought Bungie? Because I certainly forgot that.
Yeah, no, I do remember them buying them back a couple years ago. And it was somewhat of a big deal because, I mean, they just kind of bought them up to have Destiny under their umbrella. Like, I mean, the big news at the time was obviously the Activision deal with Microsoft and all that bullshit. So we talked about that way more. Like Bungie being bought by Sony was like, all right, who gives a fuck? I don't care about Destiny. But it's a company with prestige. Like they made Halo, and Destiny was super famous and popular for a long ass time. So I mean, they're working on that marathon game that's so far a disaster. It's great. It's perfect. But so after Sony has confirmed Bungie is slowly being folded into PlayStation Studios 2 years after the $3.6 billion acquisition. So apparently part of the deal was that Bungie was going to be able to keep its independence, and that's the fun thing about buyouts, Brian. The buyer can say a lot of things. Doesn't mean they ever actually have to do it. So, over the past year and a half, several key departments of Bungie have been moved under Sony. This includes teams handling marketing, publishing, HR, legal, IT, production, and most recently, strategic partnerships. Even Bungie's creative studios and leadership figures like former CTO Luis Villegas has transitioned into senior roles at... Yoles? Fucking can't.
Yoles?
Yoles!
Those seltzers hitting you hard, Jim.
God, fucking me up. Actually, speaking of, I moved on. I forgot to answer your question over the seltzer debate. To a, you know what? A lot of companies need to do this more and jump. Like, don't make butt plug beer bottles. Just make a nice, easy drinker to be your summer beer. And good old Dogfish Head, who is another company that's been around the craft scene for goddamn ever. In the past couple years, they've come out with their 30-minute light IPA. So it's their nice, lighter summer beer. It's only 3.6 carbs, 4% alcohol. And you know what? This is a delicious yet still flavorful summer sipper. If you want to still have a beer with some bite and kick to it, but, you're not having like a Coors Light or anything like that. It's a good one to have. Good one to break out on the beach when you want to get sand in your fucking drink. And Brian. It's
God damn it.
Continually hopped for 30 minutes for a more aromatic, less bitter, and easy drinking light IPA. It's hoppy, crisp, and crushable. We brew our culinary-inspired beers using real ingredients. Every beer has a story rooted in adventurous flavors and creative brewing processes. Explore the goodness with every sip.
Jim, while you were talking, I didn't realize this whole time, you have a Rick and Morty shirt on.
Yes, I do.
Have you ever even watched that?
I was really big in the first 3 seasons, and then it took a year and a half off before the 4th season, then I just kind of fell off.
So you're not really a fan. Okay. Just making sure.
I'm a fan of the old shit. Right, it was $7 at Walmart. All right, let's move on from the Rick and Morty shirt, okay? It's a thing to wear.
By the way, speaking of moving on, Golden Monkey, I went to Berry Monkey, and yeah, it's still 9.5%. And a sour berry twist. Berry Monkey is a perfectly fruited sour triple loaded with raspberries that add just the right twist of sweetness and tang for a super smooth finish. Undeniably very good. Frankenberry will be out soon. So yeah, Jim, speaking of Bungie.
So Brian, speaking of cereal, you got to pour your Berry Monkey into your Frankenberry.
I think you just gave us a challenge to do, Jim.
Well, there we go.
Good job.
Brian.
Ooh,
Brian.
A loser cereal brew.
Brian, well, it surprised you to know that I hate milk in my cereal, too.
Jim, at this point, you'd be like, you're the asshole that's like, I don't actually really like chocolate. I prefer oatmeal raisin cookies over chocolate chip cookies. You would be that asshole.
I would not say they're better, but I will say they're just as good.
See? You're the asshole. You're that guy. Wow.
See, Brian, I actually enjoy refined flavors, unlike you and your normal bullshit. So it's okay. You like the simple things.
You don't know anything refined.
It's all right. It's all right. You're a little simple boy. It's fine.
Ah, Jim.
But yes, back to the subject at hand. So yeah, basically, so a lot has been going on at Bungie. They have lost over half of their staff over the past couple years. The newest expansion to Destiny 2 has been greatly underselling expectations. It's only been about 50% selling about. Yes, the pre-orders for the Edge of Fate, the end of the Destiny 2 story, as far as I know. I don't really know shit about Destiny 2. But is reportedly down nearly 50% compared to the final shape. Or is that the end of the story? And this is just some fucking who cares? Who cares about Destiny 2? But it continued to follow a drop in player engagement and interest, adding further pressure on Bungie as it works through internal restructuring and a full integration into PlayStation Studios. And yeah, I mean, let's be fair to Bungie with Destiny 2. Like, Destiny 2's been out for like 8 years. Like, how long can you fucking keep milking this goddamn thing, and to keep the player base like not everything can be fucking WoW. And getting 8 years out of Destiny is kind of fucking amazing. So the fact that like the brand has been like pretty successful for like what 15 years now is like, it's commendable. Maybe less than 15, maybe like 12, 13.
This is where like I can't say I'm shocked, right? To your point, yes, Destiny 2, I'm sure it has a strong player base. But let's be honest, it's not Fortnite, which is I mean that in GTA 5, like it's not of those calibers, and they haven't made, and Marathon is like wherever the fuck Marathon is right now. Can you blame Sony? You just spent $3.6 billion. I can't imagine their return on investment has been amazing. And we've seen with these games, like, the development cycle goes fucking crazy. So maybe they were just like, yeah, we're going to fold you into us just so we can help expedite Marathon and try and squeeze some money out of you guys. Or maybe throw some shit in, like, Destiny's not the right game, but, like, figure out a way to start incorporating them globally into getting more money out of the franchises they have done, like Halo and these other things. I don't know.
Well, Halo's owned by 343 and Microsoft, so the Bungie can't touch Halo now.
I don't know. I guess I just look at it and go, if they were like releasing bangers every year, you'd be like, that's a shocker. They haven't done shit in 8 years. What do you expect?
And it's not like Destiny 2's doing like awful either. So like I kind of hate using fucking Steam charts as a, like, people use it all the time for arguments about like how successful a game is, but it's a good barometer though. And like its all-time peak on Steam was like 316,000 concurrent players, and right now it's at like as of 30 minutes ago, 52,000 people were playing. Like, for an 8-year-old game, that's not fucking bad for like concurrent players and basically a dead game.
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't know. I just maybe still for $3.6 billion is it enough? You tell me.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't tell you. I have no fucking idea.
I don't know.
Someone who knows more than us, tell us, please.
Well, I guess, like, if you were to say Bethesda gets rolled into Xbox or Activision, like what some of the Microsoft purchases of the bigger studios, I'd be a little more shocked. Bungie, I don't know. It's not hitting me in a way that I go, oh my God. Losing the staff is the bad part, obviously. Outside of that, I go, yeah, I haven't really heard Bungie's name in a while, so I don't know. To me, it's not a oh my God moment.
Yeah, I mean, Bungie has been, like, they've been around the gaming sphere forever. Like, I mean, the original Marathon games were like the big first-person shooter for Apple kids growing up. They had other games.
Boo.
We had it. It was good. It was its own thing.
Boo.
All right, it's its own thing. You shut your whore mouth. All right.
Yeah, that's the Dr. Pibb of fucking games. Congrats.
It's called Mr. Pibb, you uncultured swine. What the fuck?
See, I don't even know what it's called. And you'd probably try and say, it's just as good.
I've actually never had Mr. Pibb.
Of course you didn't. Son of a
Right,
bitch.
I grew up with Sam's Club Cola, all right? I couldn't even fucking remember what the name of their generic cola was.
Of course.
Because Shasta didn't make a generic cola, so at least not in the multi-packs that my parents bought. It was always grape, ginger ale, the lemon lime, and the orange. That's if we didn't get our Dr. Thunder either.
God damn it, Jim.
I lived a blessed, charmed life, Brian.
Jim, but how about this? We move away from terrible companies and move on to your boy, Anthony Fantano. And what's going on with him? Whatever his name is, I don't know. He's your boy.
How's he my boy? I mean, I watch his videos from time to time. Like, whatever. But yeah, so Anthony Fantano from the Needle Drop channel on YouTube, one of the bigger music review channels on YouTube, and he was in quite the sticky wicket in the past week. I have to say, he did handle it well, but we'll get to that. But, Bri, apparently something you don't do on Twitter is piss off fucking Drake fanatics, because they will dig through all of your goddamn history to try and fucking ruin you if you go after their king. And, I mean, Anthony Fantano's had a long history on YouTube. Like, there's videos that commentary channels are making, like, that are kind of say Fantano gave up who he was to be, like, a tame kind of just generic success on YouTube. Because, like, he did used to be a little bit edgier. He used to hang out with, like, Sam Hyde and crap like that, or at least do stuff with him, I believe. So, but then he's kind of abandoned that whole side of YouTube ever since he got more popular. But besides that, he's harmless. But as of July 31st, there was a brouhaha that was starting. Also, everyone, welcome to the NormieView, where we discuss the thing that everyone's talking about on the internet outside the worlds of beer and gaming. So, the original tweet that started this shitstorm was by someone named Hal at Just Doing It Big. So, in less than 24 hours, Anthony Fantano has been exposed laughing at Trayvon Martin's death, while his alt-right buddies caught saying the N-word with a hard R on video and deleting posts from last night where he hidden Drake was a pedophile. This is what happens when white men pretend to be part of the culture to just grift off it. And y'all let him sit at the table this long? Shaking my head. So.
Yeah. So, Chambers, what I'll say is we have a few links to the original tweet, to a video that
people piling on. So Academics TV posted the video about the apparent N-word. So if you want to go watch it, you can feel free to watch it. Then there's also another video by a guy named Bird showing the apparent Trayvon Martin segment from a podcast that he was on, where they're saying that he was laughing at it. And then, of course, there is the Anthony Fantano response, which he posted onto his Twitter and his YouTube. It's a little over 7.5 minute video where he goes basically at it point by point. And I think he had a very good response, and the response was so good that we are recording this on August the 7th, and it's kind of a moot point. He put it up the next day on August the 1st, and now no one's talking about this because they went, all right, yes, it's kind of stupid. Like, the Drake fans are still going hard at him, trying to push it, and the rest of the internet collectively went, yeah, we don't care anymore. But the clips themselves are... It's funny how explainable they are, but they're only explainable depending on how extremely terminally online you are. So, Brian, what were your impressions of these videos that were posted?
So, I went one by one, and I'm going to post them the way Jim posts them to me. So, when I get these normie views, a lot of times there's multiple links. First one's a tweet. My first question is, who the fuck's Anthony Fantano? I don't know who the fuck that is. And I see the original tweet. I'm like, oh, okay, this guy's clearly in some trouble. You watch the first video, as you said, he's saying the N-word, and you're like,
well, Brian,
okay,
it's not just the N-word.
That clip is...
he's saying N and F, the N and F word together.
I think most people that are mad at him aren't so upset with the F word in this particular case, Jim. I'm going to say that. It's a 14-second clip, though. And right away, I was like, it's kind of weird. Like, here's the deal. My brain is also in a point where I'm like, how do I know any of this is real? It's not AI at this point. So true. I'm going to throw that out there that I am uber skeptical when I don't even, like, it's bad enough you can see video of people doing this shit. But, like, now it's straight up just a dude's face. And there's, like, a random, like, Wolfenstein 3D game playing in the background between these two videos. But either way, you hear him just say this word, but it seems clearly taking out of, like, context of, like, well, what was he talking about? Because he's referencing something, but you don't really know what. And then, to your point, he was making a tweet about Doja Cat clowning on Sydney Sweeney's American Eagle ad, and then Bird at L. Bird Leaf said, and you clown Trayvon Martin after he was murdered by a white man. And once again, you watch a clip. That clip was just so disoriented because there's so many fucking people talking, and someone's trying to read a, what are they called? Twitch super chat or some shit.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. and someone's laughing, but the person laughing isn't even this guy himself. Like, he's smiling, but the guy laughing, I don't know who that guy is either, I'll say. It's weird. So right away when I watched all this, I went, these seem like odd, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, like if he did these things, and whatever, fuck him. I'll write him off. Then I watched his reply video and I went, okay, he's explaining it away pretty well, meaning his first thing about saying the N-word on the 14-second clip. I guess he basically talks about lyrics or titles of songs.
No.
He talks about.
Well, yeah, he did talk about how he used to say.
Yeah, how
he would say the word because it's
it,
like, you're taking away the power of it if you just say it and don't treat it as a.
Which
blah,
is
blah.
weird. I'm just gonna flat out say, I don't agree. Period. I don't agree with him.
Look,
like you
like
don't get to say it.
If you're white,
I'm just saying, you don't get to say it. Period. You're fine. Like,
take the safe route. Just don't do it.
And this guy, in watching his videos, he says very clearly he is a very left-leaning vegan who clearly like stands as a knight to like help support people. Blah 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 blah. But that doesn't give you the right to say it, even if you're saying, "Oh, so and so said it." Like, no, you just need to say, "Oh, he said." You don't say the actual word, right? So,
Brian,
he's trying to explain that one away, and I'm like,
Brian, real quick,
okay,
to give you a little more internet autism for you, just to soak it all in, because I like to educate you on these things. He was quoting Ethan Klein, quoting iDubbbz, who used to say that in his edgier days, and then Ethan Klein
is iDubbbz.
iDubbbz, the guy who used to do Content Cop, and then he did the Creator Clash events that have become a complete disaster. In the past couple of years, Creator Clash 3 has been canceled. Creator Clash 2 lost money and never gave any money to charity because of massive mismanagement, all kinds of stuff. He used to be an edgy boy, Brian. And then he saw the light.
I'm so happy I don't.
After getting one piece of pussy from his dear loving wife Anissa and taking her last name, he decided that he was going to be a good boy from now on.
I'm so glad I don't know these people. God,
I'm 40.
The fact that you know all these details, fuck, Jim, but you didn't know to stop shutting your computer when the pressure was too built up from your temperature drives me crazy.
I thought it was a faulty case. What do you want? What do you want from me? I'm just a guy. Just a man over here. Just a man over here with internet drama. That's all I have. Some people watch TV. Some people watch live streams of reactions.
What I'll say is, so when he starts explaining why he said what he said and that he was using it in context of saying somebody else said it, I'm just repeating what they said. It's like, okay, but you didn't need to. You don't need to. That's not an excuse. So I just kind of go, you know what you were doing. But, okay, put that aside. The part that I would say he explained better was the whole edited clip that was shown of him laughing at Trayvon Martin, where it's like he showed the full clip. And that is one thing I will say that annoys me in general in media today, where they cut up a clip like very deliberately.
Yeah.
And in the full clip, it does become more apparent. Okay, no, he was not laughing. He wasn't even the one that was laughing. And there was more context to it than what was shown. So that one I put aside.
He smirked at an in-joke, basically.
Yeah. What I didn't get to, there was like a tiny section of it, was the whole Drake piece. I didn't even hear him address or really go into what you said was like kind of what blew it all up, was he was accusing Drake. But I guess somebody in the comments to Hal's original tweet posted a thing from Vice that said Drake was dating a teenager, officially enters creepy old man phase. So I'm just saying I never saw the Anthony piece of this where he was talking about Drake. And I could have completely missed it. I'll just say that.
Yeah, there was like there's a bunch of things you can look at, and like there's different DMs that are being shared between the two of them when they've talked. I know Fantano had some kind of quote tweet about it, but maybe he deleted it. At this point, I can't find it right now without having to look.
And I'm all for people like weirdos that associate themselves with celebrities and feel that it's the same way like we talk about with Nintendo fanboys that like. You got to
I will say, I'll throw this in the thing for all the fans out there for when they want to look at this timeline. So it's after he did his response video, but the Drake fans keep going at him. So, because I guess this is after Drake posted a DM to the story, whatever. Fantana wrote, "When you guys try to implement this with a complete loser who loves to talk sexually to underage boys, I don't need to claim the moral high ground. You're giving it to me. Peace." So,
wait, still doing that kind of shit. Talks...
Apparently, Drake was sharing like DMs that they had on Instagram, some crap. So I don't know. This is all getting stupid and silly, and even I'm losing interest with the continued craziness.
I mean, all right. So this Anthony Fantano guy, I don't give him the pass for whatever excuse he was using. He's like, I'm repeating what so and so said. I'm not giving him the pass on that, especially online. You can't say it. Period. I don't care how you feel about it, even if you're doing it mockingly, unless you are straight up an actor in a movie and that is your line that you have to say. I'm saying, okay, just don't say it.
Look, just
let
your uncle at Thanksgiving do it. It's fine. You don't have to do it online. All right?
God damn it, Jim.
Don't act like you don't have one, Bri. You all have one.
Joke's on you. I don't talk to my uncles, so ha.
Fair enough. More N-words for me then, apparently.
But the Trayvon thing is like, yeah, that was like I said, I don't like the edited video because especially we're gonna get to a point where once again with AI shit, you see it now. I've seen entire YouTube videos made up of Denzel is telling a story of something. And it's just they've pulled enough of his voice. And it sounds exactly like him. It's not obviously video footage of him, but I'm like, yeah, you just type in what you want him to say. And it's exactly Denzel. I'm like, it's so weird. And there's so many that Joe Rogan, like any celebrity that's talked enough, where I'm like, yeah, you got to be careful. And then when you do deliberate editing of especially, it's so dumb to me when people cut up videos that are fully out there, like the VOCs or YouTube videos. I'm like, you could just go and watch the whole thing and see. Like somebody just did a quick job. But I'll be honest, when I first watched it without the context, I was like, oh yeah, fuck this guy. That seems kind of weird. So it's effective for the people which, as you pointed out, the TikTok brain or whatever you want to call it, people don't have the attention span to want to really listen to the whole thing. So they'll just really quickly see a headline, see a quick video and say, oh yeah, this guy is a piece of shit. Not look any more into it. And it's the end and you're written off forever. So I don't like that.
It's also funny that they're calling the podcast he was on alt-right. That podcast is The Drunken Peasants, and it was started by the fucking amazing atheist who's like the most liberal guy in the history of time. And he's like, I mean, he's not on anymore, but like there's like Billy the Fridge, and I forget the other guy, main guy who runs it and shit like that. But like these are pretty liberal guys. Like it's the furthest thing from alt-right. They're just not like, you know, super crazy leftists who like live by the, you know, all or nothing code that they do.
Sounds like Jim's another alt-right apologist to me.
Look, Bri, I may have been too American Eagle in the past week or so, but, you know, it's just me. I just need some new clothes. It just can't all be Rick and Morty shirts, all right?
Jim, I know you're trying to wear blue to subtly try and say you're part of it, but we know where your heart is.
Look, I got dirty blonde hair. I got blue eyes. Look, I can't help what I'm born with, all right?
That ain't no dirty blonde hair.
It's dirty blonde, Bri.
That ain't dirty blonde.
Dirty
you don't
blonde.
know what dirty...
You don't know what dirty blonde is.
I am dirty blonde. What are you talking about? You are not dirty blonde at all. No, you ain't.
You dirty blonde with your stupid Mick bullshit blood. Get out of here.
We know your family would enjoy Herschel's more than mine, is all I'm saying.
They probably would for completely different reasons. Just because they act and sound like the chosen people, even though they're staunch Catholics.
I'm just saying, Jim. I'm just saying.
Jimmy, your friends are here.
But yeah, in closing, I don't like this guy, but I also don't like the piece of it where you edit footage to make it sound like he was suggesting something or saying something. So there's no winners. Not that you were asking me if there's a winner or loser. Yeah, I didn't know him before. Certainly didn't make me want to start watching his shit, because music critics in general, it's a weird thing, right? That's one of the weirdest niches. Although we talk about games, we've talked about movies and bonus beers, music to me is probably the most subjective of the media.
Yeah,
like art,
easily, yeah.
Yeah, like art, I feel like most people, whether they want to admit it or not, can look at a painting and go, that's pretty good. That's not good. We know people can bullshit meanings into things with contemporary stuff, like somebody I know.
Still one of my proudest moments in college.
But music is one where it's like 100 people could listen to the same song and there could be a whole bunch of different opinions of it. Whereas like a movie, you can debatably be like, no, this is clearly shot well. Or graphics in a game. You might not love a style, but we can all agree a certain game might look better than another game. Music, it's weird. So music critics in general.
I mean, that could have been a NormieView in itself, because like the biggest Twitter trending topic right now is threads going, what's the worst song of all time? What's the best song of all time? And people posting all their stuff. And it all started with like, one of those stupid PBS like little room performances from one of those like stomp clap folk bands from like the early 2010s and shit like that. So
yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like it's music. It's such a weird avenue, and the tiny bit, and I think it's mostly been because of you and some of these normie views and things you've opened up. I try to watch music critics, and they so clearly have a lean immediately. Where you're like, I don't know how many people I've met where they all claim I like all types of music, and then you start showing them shit, they're like, oh, well, I actually hate this. I actually hate this. I actually hate this. If you look at my list, there's truly 0 genres I don't have on my list. Of genres that I've listened to. Now, maybe there's some genres I don't fucking know exist.
You talk to people who say they like everything, and they go, oh, I like everything, until they find something they don't. But me, I do like everything. For I am Brian.
I mean, I would say yes, I do. You hate most things.
Oh,
you're very selective.
I'm straight up. I say everything fucking sucks until I wind up liking it. So
yeah,
you're not getting that pretentious bullshit out of me.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying that's why I'm saying, like, to make a whole channel based on, I don't know what this guy, like, I don't know how he reviews, what he reviews, but I'm like, I can tell he's not someone I would really enjoy, because music is too weird to even critique. I don't know. Just my opinion.
I mean, it's infinite content at the very least if you're making a channel.
That's true. Yeah. That's one way to look at it. But, yeah, the internet's a weird place, Jim, which is why I'm glad to be the normie who isn't on it enough to know half the names you've dropped at me in the past 10 minutes.
Right, I'll find a good iDubbbz one day for you. He gets himself in the news enough.
You know what? It's all right. You can leave it alone.
I think the people want to know, Bri. I think the normies need to know too.
You know what? I don't think they do. I think let's leave them alone.
Brian, I think Ian Jomha needs his day in the sun one day.
Jim, the real question I have for you is, how's your goddamn seltzer that you didn't want to call a seltzer?
I didn't want to not call it. I was just being ignorant. All right, there's a difference. No, this was absolutely great. It's like, a great way to start a night. Like, the alcohol's good. It doesn't taste alcohol-y. 1 or 2 of them, you'll be feeling good to start everything up. The Southern Tier 30-minute IPA. It's a great summer sipper. It's light. It's easy, but it still gives you more flavor than, say, the typical macro light beer does. And speaking of typical macro lights, I finished off with the Coors Light because it's always there.
Naturally. Nice. Yeah, I did not grab enough other beers. Golden Monkey, Berry Monkey, delicious. I mentioned previously that I went through the other 2. The only monkey I don't like was, I think it's Naked Monkey. because it's like Golden Monkey, but without the, I guess the fruit flavor is what I'm calling it. Mm-hmm. So it's really bare bones, high percentage alcohol beer. And it just doesn't have a good, like, nice flavor to it. So you can't go wrong. The variety pack I have right now does not include Naked Monkey, so I can't recommend it enough. If you're in a PA area, I don't know if Victory goes much further in PA. I'm sure it goes in Tri-State.
I would say it's probably decent East Coast if I had to guess. I don't think it's national or anything, but
yeah, you can't mess with it. I think I still prefer Golden over Berry. Berry's really good, but how do you beat Golden? It's a classic for a reason.
Yeah, pretty much.
So with that, guys, we want to say thank you all so much for watching and listening. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe, leave us a comment, especially one about Jim, and we can put his comment of the week. And if you are listening on Podbean, iTunes, or Spotify, make sure you give us a 5-star rating. And if you leave us a comment, we'll read it on each and every one of these Power Hour podcasts. With that, we want to say have a good night, everyone, and cheers.
Cheers, everybody.